What is happening, guys? We are Craig and Amy and you are watching Kinging It!
We are back, lads. Sorry for the little interlude, but this is Kinging It back in full flow.
You want us at our best, you know, so we took a little 2 months off. Just vlogging though, you know, we have been doing a lot of behind the scenes work.
We have been doing a lot of work, yeah, but before that started, we took a lot of time just to relax, recharge, do a bit of running. All the gear. No idea. Definitely worth it for the view, look at this. I turned 32 and Amy surprised me with a little bit of indoor skydiving, which was class. Spent some time at Christmas with our friends and fam, just getting fat. Amy got some new Heelys for Christmas. There you go, Captain B. Oh, you got it.
She's got that confidence.
We also became TikTokers, and we spent New Year's Eve with some of our faves. In other huge news, we hit 50k on YouTube and celebrated with a foot-long sausage roll. We also started trying to get into shape, starting with bike rides. The reason we took some time off was because, well, I had major burnout.
We haven't stopped. We basically have done like a year and a half's worth of constant work, but not just any work, you know, we've done Kinging It challenges.
Just to put this hectic schedule into perspective, in the last 18 months, we completed the Mongol Rally. We flew to Canada to explore Toronto. We flew to Cape Town to celebrate Amy's 10-year cancerversary. Completed another epic road trip through Wales. We somehow managed to drive a rickshaw from the north to the south of India, which was mental. We went on another wild road trip through Iceland. We did a quick flash tour of Western Australia. And in just 6 weeks, we converted the inside of Custard from this to this. And once Custard was complete, we took her on the most amazing road trip ever through Europe.
Which would break anybody, Craig.
I know.
It would break a really strong man. So I think when people look at us and they look at Kinging It's channel and everybody's YouTube channel full stop, they think, I'd love to do that. That looks like such a sick job. But I don't think people actually realise that the work and dedication that goes into keeping up a fantastic channel, Craig. Social media is probably one of the hardest jobs out there, I'm telling you, like mentally and physically. So at the end of this vlog, we are going to be talking about why we took some time off, the sort of impact that it's had on me and Craig as a couple, and why we had to start some counselling.
Her name is Custard. And she's a big yellow custody bus. Soon she'll be our home. The best home. And we can go anywhere in her because she's yellow like custard. Most days working on Custard start the same. A quick rally to go and pick her up. A swift Jean-Claude Van Damme to wake her up. And then we move her to another farm. This is what Custard looks like from the outside. But before we started on that, we had some other things to tackle.
So we've been working through our tick list on things that need doing on Custard.
Before Christmas, our mate Steve fitted some gas struts for the bed. Thanks, Steve! Our mate James fitted a new diesel heater.
Thanks, James.
Then my mum came up to help us replace the curry-stained wallpaper.
Thanks, Mum.
We also needed to get our oven fixed.
Oh, well, we had to send that off to someone.
Oven's fixed. We're also going to get some supplies for our grey water tank, which we still haven't installed.
To the plumbing shop!
Oh, sniff that glue. Getting some pipe in that. Now we need to go to B&Q.
120 quid, you taking the... Please let me introduce you to our secret weapon, Mark, aka the Rust Killer, aka the Vintage Body Sculptor, aka Custard's Jesus Saviour.
We had a rough idea how bad Custard would be, but the first job was for Mark to tear everything out and just take a look at how bad the damage was. And it was not pretty. Custard, you naughty girl.
This is our good friend Mark who's going to do the bus for us. What are you doing?
So today we're just going to get off all the flaky rust off of the inner strengthening panels, repaint all them to protect them from rust in the future. We're going to tidy up and we're going to make the outer panels hopefully today and get those welded in. Repair the arch, hopefully try and get this side done this week and then move on to the other side, which is just as bad.
Yeah. But honestly, like, Mark is the guy for this job. Like, you're flying through it as well. You've only been up here once already.
Yeah,
but
just the one day.
yeah, and we've gotten this far already. So yeah, so this is our sheet metal. How much was this? Like
We got 3 of them.
was it?
Yeah, it was like 30 quid each.
So Mark's actually gonna like template out this and give it a whole new skirt.
So we just went to a quick meeting. What were we gone? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Hour and a half, yeah.
Look at that.
Custard's nearly got.
Mark's absolutely
Good.
smashing it. So we've got 2 brand new panels welded in, almost finished on the second one. And he's even put this, like, the seam in here. Like, so it runs smooth down here. So we're back at the farm. Shouts to the Hardys for always helping us out. This is what we've done on this so far. This whole side has been replaced. What a sterling job. Now this side is where all the danger is. So we replaced the back bit. So just this whole front bit to go now. She's taking shape though. She's looking alright.
Over the next few weeks, Mark tackled all of the fussy little jobs on Custard, building new pieces, welding and fiberglassing, and giving her a good old sanding back.
What's the plan today, Mark? What are we doing?
Today we're going to get rid of all this flash rushing. Rushing?
Loads of Russians on the bus.
Flash rusting. And then
Just a quick FYI, there's no Russians on this farm that flash.
then we're gonna do a lot of fiberglassing over like the pitted metal that's been cleaned, taken back to clean metal, just had some etch primer just thrown over it. And try and get like all my weld lines and everything skimmed over, and hopefully in the next 2 days get the whole side of the bus flatted and primed, nice and smooth.
Dave, do you know what any of that means?
No, but I'm excited!
Next job, pressure washing.
After we gave her a wash, Mark got back to work, finishing the sealing, priming and prepping her for the next stage of her beautiful renovation. She's looking mint, lads.
So that is where we're at with Custard. So at the start of this video, we mentioned that we were going to discuss that we'd been to counselling. So this is us.
Kind of like marriage counselling, but we ain't married.
Yeah.
Felt like I needed to take Craig, because we'd have boxed each other's heads in otherwise. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and keep it brief. We don't want to sort of go on about it too much, but we've been together for 11 years and we've been doing this channel for 5 years, so it's been our full-time job. So when you travel and work together as a couple, it does get quite difficult because there's a lot of financial pressure, there's pressure to make content, and it's a fine line between like work and your relationship. It kind of blends between the two.
We're together every day, all day, every day. Everything we do is with each other, you know. So yeah, I suppose it does make it hard to sort of separate yourselves from relationship and work relationship, you know. They do, very much blend.
So yeah, we got a bit too carried away with it all, and it was getting to the point where we were arguing too much. So yeah, we decided to get counselling, and it's been great for us because we kind of understand how each other works. We got told we acted like kids in a playground, which wasn't far from the truth. And
all right, Liz, calm down. Like, we're coming for help.
But yeah, it was really good, and we kind of wanted. Amy's like written something that she's going to read, which is like bang on the money. But the main reason we wanted to do this is because we've always wanted to keep it real on our channel. We never wanted to tell people this fake idea that traveling is the best job in the world and that we're like, you know, the perfect couple, because we're far from it. And just to kind of use Custard as like a metaphor, like we took her on that Euro trip and we filmed drone shots of her and she looked amazing. It was like the dream bus to take away. But if you just scratch away the surface, this is what she looks like, you know. And just like Custard, everyone was like, oh, just scrap Custard, just, you know, get a new one. And it's just like, it's such a throwaway world. And, you know, if we were to look at our relationship the same way, you know, things could have been different, but we were like, no, we're going to work at this, and we're going to make it happen, just like with Custard. So we fixed up Custard, and at the same time, we've been fixing our relationship.
Yeah.
So, what have we got to add? Are you going to read your thing?
I'm not sure. I was really like, oh, you know, we put a lot online, and I was thinking, do we need to put this on there? This is very personal. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional.
You're right.
Yeah. It has just been really hard. We were at breaking point. It was that bad. It got really low, and we got very sad over it, didn't we? And we really pushed each other away from each other, and that's not what we wanted. And we really realised, you know, this is everything. He's everything to me, and I hope.
Course,
but like, it was just not worth throwing it away. You forget how much you love each other, and you forget what that feeling's like because you're so busy with trying to make the best content you can for our YouTube channel, and it gets pushed to the side. So I'm so glad we did it. You know, we had like 7 sessions for an hour. She was a good umpire, wasn't she?
She's basically a referee
for our battles,
arguments
when we went in there, fisticuffs. But yeah, so yeah, I did write something out because I knew when it came to it, I'd be like, I've tried to put it all in the past, you know. So I put, we want you to know the true realities of these relationships that you see online. They're not just a loving photograph on Instagram. And it always makes me proper cringe when people are like, oh, couple goals, because you just have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. But luckily, because we're super transparent, we're going to share this. Like, obviously we want people to know, and I wasn't sure because it's pretty personal, but the way I'm looking at it is that if we share it with you guys and it helps just maybe one couple out there, or, you know, a young girl who's online all the time and she's like, oh, they're couple goals, I dream of that. And, you know, not everything you see online is perfect. Relationships aren't perfect, and life isn't perfect. We haven't mentioned this for likes or comments or views or whatever you might think. We just want to let you know that social media can be very much glossed over, and we want to keep it real and not damage people's mental health, you know? Yeah,
I think that's the key thing as well, is social media is like, there's a huge spike in like anxiety and depression because, you know, people going online and scrolling and seeing people's lifestyles and they're like, oh my God, my life's shit or whatever. But yeah, you know, the reality is like, it's not perfect. And that's why, yeah, we want to keep it real. Like, we don't take this job and this lifestyle for granted. We absolutely love it, but we've worked so hard. You don't understand, like, this, so much work and effort has gone into this, and we haven't had any financial help from anybody. We literally have earned every penny ourselves. But yeah, in the process, we kind of, our relationship got jeopardised. But we're back on track now, lads. We've had some counselling. So if you're out there and you're in a relationship and it's getting tough, you know, counselling is, you know, shouldn't be a last resort, because it's almost like, you know, just a chat, and you get to know each other better. You get to know how your brains work, and yeah, it's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah, and not even just if you're in a relationship. If you are suffering with your mental health in any aspect, counselling is super brilliant. And I don't know why we've sort of given it this label as like a failure label, or just something you don't really talk about, or you wouldn't want to bring up, that you're kind of ashamed of. Like it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Like when I become Prime Minister, I think everybody should be appointed with a counsellor. Like everybody should have one.
Yeah.
It's so normal and natural and helpful. You don't understand, like going to one could really help you.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be something that you're ashamed to talk about, because if at the end of the day it can help you get through anything, why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah. So that's us. We've also we're going to end this on a cliffhanger mic drop. We went for an incredible meeting the other day with a company, and they're going to work with us to transform Custard and give her a final makeover.
This is what we've been waiting for. See, it's so weird. Like, the world's weird. I don't know if you guys believe in The Secret. If you haven't read the book, go read the book. But
have you read it?
Sort of. But I know the gist of it, and I believe in it. You know, if you put goodness into the world and sort yourselves out, you know, really get to be the best person you can be, good stuff comes back around in good karma. So yeah, we've had a really exciting meeting as well last week on a very, very exciting project in the near future. But we can't say anything. Yeah. We've been sworn to secrecy.
Top secret, but as soon as we know, as soon as we could tell you guys about that, then we will as well. But yeah, thanks always everyone for all the love and just the patience, because obviously we've been off for 2 months basically. Yeah, so really appreciating all the love and all the comments, and I hope it's been worth the wait. Yeah.
For you that's watching this, I'm looking at you right now. Just have a think to yourself. How am I doing? How am I feeling? What do I want? What are my dreams and aspirations? And because you can do anything you want to do. That's the whole point in Kinging It. I'm going on now, I know I am, but rule your own world, take your life into your own hands, and really make your dreams come true. 1, 2, 3,
bye!